Part B is very similar to Part A, so hopefully if you figured out how to do Part A, you can now have a go at Part B, but let's just run through it together. So first bearing is 5 kilometers on a bearing of 125. So let's say that's there. And then measuring due north again, the second one is a displacement of 16 kilometers on a bearing of 200. So just so I can get it roughly to scale, let's just make that a little bigger. Okay, so 16 kilometers on a bearing of 200, so that's sort of off in that direction roughly. Okay, so there's my first vector, there's my second vector, so my resultant vector is going to be there. All right, so again, I've obviously got a triangle. I know that that's 5 and that's 16, and I want to find that side. So it's whether I can find one of the interior angles, and if I look here, those two angles are going to add up to 180 because I've got parallel lines there. So if that's 125, that's 55, and then I've obviously got angles at a point there. So 200 plus 55 is 255. So if I take that away from 360, the interior angle of that triangle must be 105 degrees. Okay, so then it's cosine rule again. So a squared is 5 squared plus 16 squared minus 2 times 5 times 16 times cos 105. So let's quickly get that. So 5 squared plus 16 squared minus 2 times 5 times 16 times cos 105. Okay, so a squared is 322.4. So a is 17.96, let's say for now. Okay, so then can I get the bearing? So the bearing is going to be this total angle here measured from due north. So again, I want to get that interior angle of the triangle. And if I have a look, I've got, so now I know that A is 17.96. So I've got that opposite side and angle, and then let's call this theta again. And we've got that side and angle, so sine 105 over 17.96 is sine theta over 16. So if I go to the calculator, sine 105 over 17.96 and then multiply it up by the 16. So sine theta is 0.8605. So theta is 59.4 degrees. Okay, and then the final thing is just to think about how I should give those answers. So magnitude, well again, this time in fact the magnitude seems to be to the nearest kilometre. So the sensible way to round that answer would be 18 kilometres, and the bearings are to the nearest degree. So let's just think there. So I'm going to round that to 59 degrees. So looking back here, it's 125 plus 59. So the bearing is going to be 100 and what's that going to be? 84 degrees.